How's it, guys? Welcome back to another episode of SwaerriesGarage. In this episode we're going to be skinning this RX7 bonnet with some carbon fiber. A big piece of carbon fiber. Plan is to just roll this up on here, make it look all silky smooth. But first we're going to start, like sanding it, prepping it for our first coat of resin to go on. And then we're going to start with the lovely job of draping a piece of carbon fiber over this part. Hopefully it goes with one piece because the client wants it to be seamless, doesn't want any joins or anything in it. So let's hope we get it right. I wish that I could say I'm proud. I'm sorry that I let you down. All these voices in my head. To start off, we're going to take these little mesh grids out here because we don't want to get resin on them. Luckily, whoever made this bonnet made it very simple for us to do that. I just don't want them to break off. You see these little clips on here. Yeah. Super simple method of keeping your mesh on here. And then the client also wants us to spray paint the bottom of this bonnet black, just so it matches with the top of it, so if they open it up it's not white on black. Should I have my back? Would you put a knife in my hands? What else should I carry for you? I care for you, but the edge right now. I wish that I could say. Alright, so we've got this thing painted black on the bottom. We're going to flip it around now so we can sand the other side and get it ready to put our first layer of resin on. What? Oh! I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. Now, walk into the club like, what up? I got a big pack. I'm just pumped. I bought some shit from a thrift shop. Ice on the fringe is so damn frosty. The people like, damn, that's a cold ass honky. Rolling in hella deep, headed to the mezzanine. Dressed in all pink, set my gator shoes. Those are green, draped in a leopard mink. Girl standing next to me. Alright, so we've got our first layer of carbon down on our bonnet. Next step is pour the first layer of resin on and hope for the best. Alright, so let me just run you through what we went through yesterday when we started applying our final layers of resin to this bonnet. Firstly, our hardener for our resin crystallized because we had a cold couple of days and we mixed it all together and we realized it was crystallized. By that time we painted half of the bonnet, other half was not painted. We were out of resin, so we had to shoot through to our supplier, get more resin. We got back, painted the other half, but then we had a problem. The one half was dry and the one half was wet. So we had to let that fully dry again, sand it all down again, and then start again. But last night we got 2 solid layers of resin onto the bonnet. Today we're going to be flatting it. Hopefully we can flat most of it, maybe put one more layer of resin, flat that, and then we can polish. And well, before we polish, trim all these edges and get the bonnet looking nice and neat, then polish it. And then hopefully by the weekend we can be fitting the bonnet and get some nice pictures of what it looks like. Okay, let's get to flatting and sanding. Let's see if I can show you the resin that we had that crystallized. So this is the resin we had that crystallized that we mixed up. As you can see, it looks like it took on moisture as well, where it foamed like this, yeah. So yeah, luckily we didn't put this on the part because that's what the resin would have ended up looking like on the part. Nasty. Nasty. Alright, let's get sanding. Okay, now that we've flattened our project as good as we could, it's not all the way flat, but you don't want to go all the way down because you run the risk of sanding through onto the carbon. So these little spots you see here, you should be able to fill that up with the resin. So we're going to apply another layer of resin now and see what it looks like. Flat it again. If it comes out very flat, then we'll polish. Otherwise, we'll add another layer of resin. So for now, we'll just clean off all the dust from sanding, and then mix up some more resin and apply and probably sand again. Rinse and repeat. All right, so we're finally happy with our resin coating after sanding it off and redoing it probably about 6 or 7 times. You can see all the resin running up here. Now we can finally trim off the excess and start flattening this for its final polish. All right, so to catch you guys up on where we are with this bonnet, we've sanded and flatted as much as we can. And it's semi-flat but not good enough to polish, and some places we've sanded through. So our plan is to yet again try and clear coat this thing ourselves. So it's all rainy and wet outside, so we have to build a spray booth in Jan's Lapa, and we're going to make a fire there to get the heat up in there and get the moisture out so we can get the humidity down. And then we're going to attempt to clear coat this thing. But I think what we're going to do first, we're going to have to tape around the edges here. As when we were sanding, we sanded off the black finish at the bottom. So we'll do a bit of masking tape around the edge, quickly spray that, take it off, and then we can clear coat, because we don't want the black to come onto here, but we don't mind the clear coat going onto the black. So that'll be the plan for that. So yeah, watch us build a makeshift spray booth and try and clear coat this thing so it looks all nice and glossy.
Make an excuse to make fire.
Yeah, an excuse to make fire. Just now the brandy will come out, and maybe a choppy and a vorsie.
Then the party.
Then the party starts. All right, let's get going. All right, so now that we've set up our DIY 5-minute spray booth, we're ready to quickly fix up the black around the edges here, taped all up both sides, got it rigged up to one of the beams up top here. Don't have a lot of space in here, but yeah, things are looking good at the moment. We'll see how it comes out a bit later. Let's hope for the best. Where to even begin? I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys a bit of a rundown what's been leading up to this point and why this video is taking so long. What was going to be a 3-day job turned into now almost a 2-week job. We've been laying carbon down, resin, happy days, couldn't get the resin to become perfect. So sand it down, more resin, sand it down, oh no, another layer of resin will fix it. Couldn't get it sorted. Then we decided, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to clear coat this thing and then sand it down, and that'll be easy. Then the day we wanted to spray clear coat, the weather wasn't in our favor. We had to build our own spray booth out of nothing, spray it in there. Today, the weather's perfect for spraying, but yesterday not. So we finally got this sanded down to 2,500 grit now. We're almost happy with the finish for polish. We've got a bad boy 4,000 grit that we found somewhere. You can see there. So we're going to do another lap on this with the 4,000 grit, and hopefully that makes us polishing this thing easier. And then we can be done with this thing and get it out of here. It has been a painful process. Me and Jan have been so demotivated through this whole process with things going wrong, things not working out. We need them to be working. But I think we're finally on top of things. We'll find out in a few hours or so. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys and girls, let me take you back from where we left off. It's been a long time since we've done anything, since we filmed anything actually. The last place we left off was trying to clear coat this thing and get the finish right on it. And me and Jan spent probably about 2 weeks trying to get the clear coat on this part perfect. And we were there. We had 2 little places we had to touch up the carbonate, and we left a bottle of acetone on it, and it leaked through the newspaper and bonded to our clear coat. Then we had to sand that down, re-clear coat it and repolish it, but we just couldn't get the finish right where we put the new clear coat on. And we were struggling, and it was a colossal fuck up at that point. Which we then just decided we're going to take this bonnet to someone that knows how to do clear coat on this thing. Like, we have no clue what we're doing with carbon, nonetheless, clear coat. Took it to this guy, he's done the clear coat for us. It looks absolutely amazing. The finish is exactly what we want. So now what we're going to do, we're going to unwrap this thing, send it off to the client, and hopefully they're happy and we can send you some pictures of it. It's like Christmas Day. So nice to actually see this fucking thing done for once. It was a pain in our asses. Like, I wanted to cry when I had to think about coming into this garage to work on this fucking thing. Et voila! Okay, so came out better than what we could have gotten it done. So now from here, it's going off to the client. We might fit it, we might not fit it, but I'm sure we'll get some pictures of when it's on the actual car. But other than that, it's a carbon skin bonnet, something we'll never do again.